This post right here, I think a lot of Nigerians are saying exactly what Mama P just put into words. Okay, so she says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should come out and directly address Nigerians instead of being silent, instead of staying silent. Okay, so whether you agree with every word or not, you can't ignore the frustration behind that message, right? So, and honestly, that's the conversation we should be talking about. Okay, when I come across this post, I felt like we should have more conversation on this kind of post. Okay, and that's why we are making this content from the Village Boys movement. So if you look, leadership isn't only about making policies, imposing policies on people, making policies and all that. It's about communication. Okay, during difficult moments, you come out. People want to hear directly from the person that is leading the country, right? So that is, the expectation of the people on the kind of leaders that we want, not the one that will keep silent on it people, especially at the time when there are, public concerns, insecurities, hardship going over in the country. Okay, so looking at the post from Mama P, you will see that, this her post, it strikes me hard, it strikes, a chord on me. And I believe it should on everyone. Because the people that are leading us are not supposed to be silent on its citizens. Many Nigerians feel that when there is uncertainty, hardship, public concern, or even growing public concerns like we are having every day, the people that are leading us should not be silenced. They should come out and address the issues, because silence creates even more concern. It creates even more anxiety to the people if you keep silence on them. It makes people to live in fear. It seems like the person that is leading them doesn't care, doesn't show any concern about the hardship, about the insecurity, about the public concerns that we are suffering or facing at any point in time. People want reassurance. Okay, they want transparency. Always tackle issues. Don't leave it as if nothing happens, as if you didn't hear anything, you don't know about anything happening. Okay, they want to know, the people of Nigeria, we want to know that our concerns are being heard. That is it. Now, if you look at Mr. P2B, okay, you think that majority of the people that are supporting him, you think that maybe they are supporting him because maybe other people are supporting him. But if you look at, this is where he comes into conversation. If you look at the media invitations, media organization inviting him for interviews and all of that, these are the things that he tackles. Okay, these are the conversation where he comes in, whether he's speaking on the economy or he's talking about governance or national issues. Many supporters believe that he consistently engages on these issues. He consistently engages with Nigerians. Now, other people, instead of, when they attend such interviews, instead of explaining the issues openly, they leave the public concern, the hardship, the major issues, and start discussing Mr. P2B. Now, the person that is leading this country cannot come out and, engage in such conversation. Let him be invited, just like other media are inviting Mr. P2B. Let him be invited. Let him discuss on these issues. We want to hear from you, right? We want to hear from the person that is leading us. I'm just looking at this post from Mama P. This is not just an ordinary social media post. It might look ordinary to every one of you, but if you think deeply, you ask yourself, why is it that the person leading us is, as we don't see this person, having a kind of communication with the people? Even if it doesn't mean that you have to come to, gather people somewhere and talk to them. No, maybe on media houses, you talk on matters, on the issues that are affecting the people. We discuss about this. You talk about it. People hear from you. If you have any ideas already in place, as in the way you want to solve these issues, you discuss it openly. The people will know that, okay, the president of the country is already tackling these issues, not to be silenced on everyone. Okay? So if you look at it, you will be thinking why we are supporting Mr. P2B. Because if you look at recently, he has been going out, engaging with the people, engaging with the media, discussing these matters openly, without reserve. Okay, that communication style is something that a lot of us, appreciates. Okay, so at the end of the day, democracy is not about just imposing policies on people. It's not just about elections. Like we are preparing for the 2027 election, we say that Nigeria is a democratic country, Abby, but being a democratic country is not all about elections. It's not all about conducting elections, because it seems like that's where our own democracy ends. That's where it starts and ends, only when election is at the corner, right? So democracy is about accountability. Okay, it's about leaders being visible. Leaders being visible, want to see you. Most of us Nigerian citizens haven't set our eyes, I don't mean physically, but even on maybe media news, the media houses, seeing the person leading the country having a conversation about public concerns, things that need to be addressed. In fact, when you listen to Mr. P2B talking in some of the media houses, you would think that he's already the president of this country. So we want such accountability. Okay, we want our leaders to be visible, answering questions and communicating with the people they have we elected them to serve us. They need to understand that they were elected to serve. And once they have that kind of mindset, they can serve better. And that's kind of ideology that Mr. P2B has. He's someone that always sees himself that he's been made to serve, not to impose, policies and all of that, because you are the commander-in-chief and all that. But when it comes to being visible to the people, answering questions, communicating with the people that you were elected to serve, you are totally absent. So when Mama P says the president should come out and speak to Nigerians, many people see that not as a personal attack. And we at the Village Voice movement, we don't see such communication as a personal attack, but rather as a call for stronger, public engagement. Okay, the president of the country should come out engaged with the people during challenging times, not go invisible. So as members of the Village Voice movement, we believe that Nigeria works better when leaders come together, when leaders stay connected with the people, communicate with the people. Citizens has every right. We have every right to ask questions. Not when a citizen asks a question, the next thing is he's been invited by the DSS and all of that. As if we don't have a right to ask questions, we don't have a right to expect communication from the people that is reading us. We have every right to ask questions, we have every right to expect communications, we have every right to demand accountability.